Hello and welcome to the AGOR Gallery, where we are bringing you another episode of the CEO podcast, Success Personified. This has been brought to you in conjunction with CEO Apparel as well as Kuyasha Media. My name is Uzenandi Makina, and today I am joined by the beautiful Boitumelo Nonyane. She is an entrepreneur, man. She is the head of a private company which is titled Sikio. She's also a co-CEO in an entity which is called 529 Imagery. She aspires to be a chartered accountant. After that, she wants to be a corporate leader in SA. After that, she just wants to be a corporate leader globally. She's a powerhouse. Thank you so much, Boitumelo, for joining us.
Thank you for having me, but my surname is Nonyane.
Oh, wow. I was saying it the closer way. But instead I'm supposed to be saying it
Nonyane.
Nonyane. Boitumelo Nonyane. Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's talk about you currently doing CTA postgrad at Wits University, but also having all these, businesses that you're taking care of. How do you balance?
I don't think anybody really has a balance in life, but you kind of see what works for you. So what I like to do is that the projects that I have currently running is that I have them kind of run later in the week, and then like school earlier in the week in terms of like how busy school gets. It's earlier in the week, so there's not really a balance. I'm still trying to figure it out like anybody in the world, but I'm trying to push things to earlier in the week in terms of academics, and then later in the week in terms of work, because who really wants to like do schoolwork on a Saturday?
That's
right?
true.
But like you'd rather do something like photography or like have business meetings like for Sikio on like weekends where it's more relaxed and not really school intensive.
Now what's your plan? Because you aspire to be a CA, you aspire to be a chartered accountant, there's articles. What do you plan to do with Sikio as well as 529 Imagery?
I think right now I'm still trying to figure that out, but I've got like any other company or any other person, we have a great team. So I'm very dependent on like my team, and trusting that even if in the week I'm not there, in the weekend I'm not coming and everything's on fire.
Yeah.
So I think the way we'll work around it is how any other business works around it, depending on the team, and trusting that the team will deliver what they say they deliver.
And you're a person who advocates for what we advocate for as well, which is teamwork makes the dream work.
Definitely.
Now, how do you choose your team? How do you know that, okay, these are people I want to be associated with, and these are people who are going to work towards the same vision and mission?
I don't know if you know of energies. There's certain energies that you can pick up of people, and like I think I work with that, in that if I feel, and I also do a lot of research, so I search if you've like really worked hard or you know what's going on, and I think what has worked with my team is that we not necessarily were friends at first, but I knew them prior to becoming a team. So I look forward I look into working with people that have a good work ethic, that deliver when they need to deliver, and many times I get painted as the person that's always shouting, in terms of like I make sure that like if you need to deliver, I'm the one that like needs to be the one that's
call it Boitumelo is going to make sure
it's going to make sure it's done.
Yeah.
So I think more than anything in selecting my team, I look at the type of people that they are and how they conduct themselves around other people, and that kind of gives me an idea of how we can work together. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. We can move forward and maybe not work together, but you can always be my client.
Okay. I see. Everyone wins at the end of the day.
Everyone wins.
Now, you see how you talk about how people always entrust you to get things done and to make sure that other people get things done. I feel like that speaks a lot about your work ethic. And your work ethic is something that you pride yourself in. What do you think about your work ethic has taken you to where you are?
Something I heard just recently is that if you, and I think I've been living it and not knowing it, but if you commit, if you honor your commitment, you get further in life. And I feel like that's what I try and I pride myself in doing, in that I honor my commitment. And if I commit to making sure that this project comes through the way we see it and we discuss it, that's how I do it. And I think like many people kind of put at the back of their mind, like, I need to work hard. But if you don't have a work ethic, you really, like, your working hard won't come together. So I think more than anything, if you are very conscious and make yourself conscious of the fact that work ethic is important, that I must be on time, that if I'm not going to be on time, I communicate. If I'm going to be late or going to delay a certain delivery, especially with clients, people want their top service because they want to feel like your only client. And I'm in a client-based kind of industry for both companies. So it's very important to make sure that somebody is important enough to you and to your, like, your 1 rand is important enough to you that at the end when you're getting like 1 million, it's not like, I'm going to be more committed if I have 1 million and not when I have 1 rand. So it's very important to look at it in the sense that every 1 rand is important and every human is important. So every single person that you give a service or anything, you don't know who they are tomorrow. We're in an institution, so you're in an institution where you are with future leaders of the country, and if you treat one person off, you don't know in the future if this is your determining factor of
the
getting
president. You never know.
of getting like that one big shot that you needed. Like I believe in working well and treating people well, and I think that's a great part to have in your work ethic. I don't know if I explained.
Nah, you did perfectly. Now, in terms of starting a business and running a business, you've spoken about, delivery, being on time, and all these other characteristics. But what do you think is the most important characteristic for an entrepreneur to have to run a good and effective entity?
I think the most important thing to have is people. Because as an entrepreneur, if you alone, you can't necessarily reach. And I don't know as much as I like to lead on, but the next person does. And you can learn from people. So as an entrepreneur, I think the one thing that we lack, that I've seen that has lacked, is that the connection with people. And that's kind of where the money is. Okay. So the money is with the people. So if you connect with someone, if, for instance, your mom shops at Pick and Pay her whole life, because at Pick and Pay this one time, this cashier was smiling and gave her the greatest service. She never left it. And that's how you become a household name. You don't become a household name from, I've made like millions, because like if you look at Apple, Apple reaches out to making people elite. It makes everyone feel like, and it gives off, it pays off from the connection with people. If I don't know if I'm allowed to speak about Samsung versus Apple, but like Samsung is kind of at the same level as Apple, but the only difference is that Apple gives you that, I've arrived. And have you seen how like Apple people are like just like, CCTV. So I think it's very important to make sure that you connect with people, and that's what I think entrepreneurship is. It's meeting the needs of people. It's not meeting, like, it's a gap that people have. It's not necessarily like the center of it all is people. So
meeting their need at the end of the day.
Meeting their need.
When I was reading up on you, you were speaking about this. You were speaking about the importance of connecting with people, and you said that connecting people has brought you a lot of connecting with people rather has brought you a lot of the opportunities that you have right now. But how do you go about connecting?
I don't know, a smile.
Okay.
It starts small. It's a smile. So what I've found is that people love talking about themselves. So be interested in like a story of somebody, and they will tell you about their dreams and aspirations. I feel like my opportunities, in the 2 companies that I currently run, I didn't start them. It's from people trusting me with their vision of the company and saying that, look, I think you can take it to where it needs to go. But that comes from hearing what another person has to say about what they have. So it's very important for, I don't know, I like people, I like talking, but I think if you want to connect with people, it's just listening. And it's, they say God gave us one mouth, 2 ears. So it's more if you listen, if you want, people just want to be heard. And like the greatest stories are told by your neighbor, not like to you, by your neighbor, by your colleague, by someone in class. Like those are the greatest stories. I've heard of people that have come from nothing and they are something today, because you'll never hear this on like the TV and things like that. It's like just ordinary people telling their stories. And I think like if I can be entrusted with making your dream come true, I definitely take that seriously.
That's amazing. It's so amazing that twice, like in 2 occasions, people were like, okay, yeah, CEO, you're definitely it. But how do you work with fulfilling another person's vision and mission? Like how do you go about doing that?
What I like to do is that I keep to their vision, but I also kind of alter it to like I make them see why it is important to alter, because like changing is important. Change is very, very important. I believe in change, like everything in life changes, and I think God brought it in that sense that like a flower is a seed and then it becomes a flower, you know. So I think change is very important, and without it you won't move forward. So when I get a vision, I see if it aligns to mine, and it aligns to my end goal. And if it aligns to mine, I sit down with you and I have a conversation about how we can make this vision become our vision, not 2 different visions, but one vision together. So I think communication is very important. So if you like fail at communicating, you will fail at living up to the vision.
Now, let's get into some of the barriers, especially being a young black woman in running these businesses. What have you incurred? If anything at all, maybe it's been smooth sailing.
I haven't really had problems, because I feel like the team that I select and the team that I work with are very conscious of the fact that like it's not about the gender, it's about the work you deliver. So I haven't had too many challenges in terms of that, but like team-wise. But yeah, I think it's a plus, especially in the South Africa we live in. They want more black females running companies, running their own things. So being a black female is the best time right now in the world, I guess, because they need more of us at the forefront, because we are like the kind of the backbone. They want to kind of see the backbone come to light.
We the magic.
Yeah, definitely the magic.
Yeah.
I feel like every great story starts with a great black mother. So
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Even the guys behind the camera, like, yes. So I think an important thing that we can take out of this is make sure that you have a beautiful young black woman in your entity somewhere there, just to make sure that it's going somewhere. Kuyasha is doing it. Sikio, 5 to 9 Imagery is doing it. Make sure you do it as well. And then just lastly, Boitumelo, you want to be this global corporate leader. Why, and how does that play into your entrepreneurship journey? Okay,
the reason why I selected to study Bachelor of Accounting Science was because when I was young, I was told that this is the only way you'll kind of know the industry in its entirety.
Yeah.
So my goal was, okay, I know I want to start business, but I don't know where to start. So let me go to the degree that makes sense. And then walking in this journey, I realized that like anybody can become an entrepreneur if they really like put their mind to something that they love.
Yeah.
So I think the journey that I am kind of moving towards is that I can become a corporate leader purely by putting in the hours, putting in the effort, and also believing that I can. At a very young age, my pastor told us that like you can be anything you say you're going to be.
Yeah.
So if I confess today that I will be a corporate leader, I must believe it and understand that that's how you must see it. And at the end of the day, if it's difficult, if it's tough, if it seems impossible, you still have that picture of no, but I say it, and if I say it and believe it will happen.
Definitely.
So I think in that when I say I'm going to become a corporate leader, it's not out of arrogance or that I know everything and I'm knowledgeable and anything, but it's because I believe that I have it in me to be that,
to get to that point. And we definitely believe that you have it in you to get to that point. You are going to be a global corporate leader if you're not it already. Okay, just one last thing. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you were the chair lady of Vit's Residence last year, if I'm correct.
Yes, last year.
And I was the chair lady of another Vit's Residence, Jubilee, the year before that.
The one down the road.
Yeah, the one. Besties. We're bestest of friends. So just our last question to wrap up. I'm just going to ask you, because I know what my answer is going to be. But how do you like your eggs?
I like them sunny side up.
That's how we're going to end our interview for today. Thank you so much, Boitumelo Nonyane.
Nonyane.
Oh, yes. Why am I messing this up all the time? Please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Still love me. Still love me. That's how we end our interview with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Please remember to subscribe, to like, and just keep a watch, an eye out for her, because she's definitely going to be doing great things. She's saying that she says it into the atmosphere. She says it, she believes it, doesn't doubt it, it's going to happen. And maybe that's something that you need to try as well. Say it, believe it, don't doubt it, and it will definitely happen for you. That's it for Success Personified. I was trying to redeem myself with saying her surname again. I really was. I was like, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say